Hello everyone, it's been a while since I last made my awareness clips on disability, but today I want to talk about something that is really important. I've seen this recurring and happening over and over again and again. So, when we talk about reasonable accommodation, first of all, I want us to understand what is reasonable accommodation and why do we do it, and then what are some forms of reasonable accommodation. And then I will stick to one that I want us to understand today. So when we talk about reasonable accommodation, this is making adjustments, modifications, or changes in systems to accommodate persons with disabilities so that they can fully and meaningfully participate on an equal basis with others. So when we talk about these reasonable accommodations, what would they be? For example, if there is a building and you feel like persons with disabilities will have to access this building, you make certain modifications for those for the wheelchair users and those with physical impairments that have challenges with climbing stairs. So you put elevators, you put ramps for them to be able to access this building. And then if you're having a program or a conference, a meeting that is going to have deaf participants, you bring sign language interpreters. And so here my point comes. Sign language interpretation service is a reasonable accommodation need for the deaf people. But then if you call sign language interpreters in a meeting or a conference or a training, actually this mostly happens in trainings and conferences where there are many people, and you have not invited any deaf person, you are not even having any coverages like media or cameras that are taking record of these trainings, in that the deaf people will be able to even access it later, even if they are not there, like in the room at that moment. It doesn't make sense for you to have a sign language interpreter. Well, it doesn't make sense for me in what way? Because I've been in engagements where I personally am the sign language interpreter, but there is no deaf person, there is no camera, and I'm just interpreting to people who do not need this service. It's really hurting because, it's like you are delivering a service that is not needed. Your efforts are going in vain, like there is no impact you're creating. And yet for me, I want to feel that impact as I'm delivering my service. So this is a call to action to all those that are coming up to embrace inclusion, or maybe your donor has given you a limitation that you must have inclusion as you're having this project or this training. It is a must to have inclusion. Always make sure that you mobilize persons that are going to use these services that we provide. Finding deaf people is not so hard. You can use all the available structures. We have even WhatsApp groups, disseminate this information that you need participants for this and this training. You always get these participants, and then you can utilize our service. But calling us to interpret, but interpreting for the hearing people, it really doesn't connect, it doesn't add up, because we are not making impact, and even we feel like we don't feel the work, we get tired for nothing. So please, this should be a wake-up call for whoever has been doing this. Let's try to change and try to make sure that our inclusion is intentional and deliberate. Thank you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my other socials: X, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Thank you.